Oh, quotation, illumination. Quote, everyone knows that life isn't fair. Saying it's not fair suggests that you think life is supposed to be fair, which makes you look immature and naive. Travis Bradbury. Everywhere we look, someone or some organization is saying, it's not fair, or let's make things fair. Assuming everything will or should be fair sets us up for ongoing disappointment. Demanding everything be fair diverts valuable time and energy to matters outside our focus and control. It also moves us toward embracing a victim mindset. People's thoughts, drives, abilities, actions, and decisions are too unique for everything to be fair. I'm learning it's more effective to accept that life is not fair. Like the idea of justice. Everyone and their mother has a definition of what it means to be fair. It's like the idea of justice. It really depends on your point of view as to whether what is happening is fair or just. There are more than two sides to every situation, and there are an infinite combination of possible situations. There is no one-size-fits-all blanket solution to making things fair for everyone. Fair is a slippery slope. The infinite kinds of people, philosophies, decisions, actions, abilities, results, etc., guarantees that things can never and will never be fair. However, the idea of making things fair is quite clever. It sounds great. Everyone says they want it, but it can never be achieved. Let's repeat that. It can never be achieved. The clever part is that it's designed that way. The impossibility of achieving fairness guarantees public outrage, funding, and the future existence of organizations built around fairness. The goal changes from actually helping people to making them focus on how things are not fair. People are pressured to feel indignant and look to an outside organization for help. Imagine if people looked within and empowered themselves to improve their own situation. Quote, the only thing that makes life unfair is the delusion that it should be fair. Dr. Stephen Maraboli. A result of forcing fairness. More often than not, forcing fairness involves taking resources from or handicapping those who excel and exceed at what they do. The idea is to raise up those who can't, won't, or didn't succeed at the cost of those who can, will, or did succeed. The long-term effect is a lowering of expectations and results. Those who exceed and excel take their talent elsewhere because it's not worth investing the time and energy where fairness is an obligation. An example. I would enjoy making millions of dollars playing basketball professionally. Unfortunately, I don't have the necessary height or skills. I think this is really unfair. By golly, life should be fair, right? I have a solution. Can I suddenly become a taller and more skilled player? Nope. The other option is to somehow handicap the professional players. We could tie their hands behind their backs or just cut off their legs to even out the height imbalance. See how absurd this is? Life is not fair. Things are not equal. That's just how it is. We would do well to put our energy into identifying areas in which we can excel. Or we can spend valuable time complaining how unfair it is and that others have all the advantages. Quote, don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom. Jim Rohn. The wrong question. Shouldn't things be fair? Perhaps, but it's the wrong question to ask. It's more effective to answer an easy question. Are things fair? Nope. Focusing too much on how things should be involves changing others and distracts us from our journey to improve and accomplish our goals. We need to focus on things within our control and influence, or we waste valuable time and resources. I'm learning it's more effective to accept things outside our influence how they are. It sure isn't easy, but it's necessary. Accepting things how they are means we can move on and put our energy in effective places. Do we have to like how things are? No. But it's necessary to understand them if we want to make progress and not get bogged down with what does not help us improve. The danger of perceived entitlement. Because people are so different, it's a guarantee that opportunities and outcomes will be different. This is what makes us uncomfortable, and we start shouting, "It's not fair!" The more we focus on fairness and the obligation to be fair in all things, the more we feel entitled to fairness. The more entitled we feel, the more likely we are to embrace a victim mindset and focus on how others are the cause for our poor choices. We lose focus on creating value ourselves and demand that others provide it for us. Quote, "Life isn't fair. It never was and never will be." John F. Kennedy. Find the opportunity. This seems like a fairly depressing topic, right? Perhaps it is, if we want to see it that way. When I look at things without the expectation of fairness, I end up focusing more on what I can do to successfully navigate a situation, take advantage of it, and grow stronger. Conversely, the more I focus on fairness, the more I pull back, complain, and see others as the cause of my problems. It's just not worth the negative energy and lack of advancement in achieving my goals. A simple but difficult solution. What's the solution then, Able Kinetic? Well, there is a solution which is simple but difficult to implement. The primary laws. They're like an upgraded version of the golden rule. Here they are. Law number 1, keep your word. Law number 2, don't mess with other people or their stuff. Law number 3, learn from the positive and negative consequences of laws 1 and 2. As I work to consistently follow the primary laws, the more I find myself focusing on improvement and value creation. This makes me more effective and provides great outcomes for those most important to my life goals. Quote, "Life is hard, and it isn't fair, and it really hurts like hell sometimes. But if you focus on what is within your power to change for the better, you can, and you will." Zero Dean. Closing thoughts. As we focus on fairness for everyone and how things should be, we sacrifice opportunity to improve our skill set and create even more value. As a result, we may embrace an entitlement mindset where we blame others for our life situation. If we're able to make things fair, we must do so at the expense of those who excel and have more skills than the rest. Embracing a mindset of making everything fair diverts our energy away from improving, achieving, and creating value. It's more effective to embrace the reality that life is not fair, accept things how they are, and first change our own world. In motion to improve, achieve, and create value, Able Kinetic.